Hey guys, thank you for joining me today on Godspot. This is the final one for 2025, and I'm looking forward to 2026. And I'm going to challenge you today and talk to you about the power of repetition. Now, hold on, don't tune me out. Listen to what I'm saying. Throughout the Gospels, Jesus repeated time and again, the kingdom of God is like. It's like a mustard seed. It's like a hidden treasure, like a pearl of great price, or leaven, or like salt. And he did this very deliberately. He's quite intentional, because he understood that the only way for people to understand what the kingdom of God was like was to illustrate it repetitively. So let's unpack the power of repetition. Most people, when it comes to repetition, it gets a lot of bad press. You know, they complain, well, it's the same old, heard it all before, or I don't like to be a part of that club because they just keep doing the same thing, repeating everything. I remember my son was in the Army Cadets, and one of the things he hated was marching. It's so repetitive, and he didn't understand the discipline until finally he just ended up leaving. Now, there's another side of repetition we need to consider. And there's a positive side, because repetition is essential for learning and mastering new skills, such as marching. If you're going to do marching, you're going to do it repetitively, because that's the only way you're going to learn how to do it properly. It is also true we are memories. We can take short-term memories and turn them into long-term memories through repetition. Repetition is also important for music. It makes music beautiful and memorable. Once you hear the rhythm once, then you hear it again and again and again, and it sounds familiar and comfortable. This is why country music is one of the most popular types of music in the world, because it's so repetitive. People love that. So let's unpack the power of repetition. Number one, repetition is all about the discipline of consistency. Repetition is a foundation of mastery and the pathway to success in any field. This is what caused the Beatles to become so popular. The Beatles played for over 10,000 hours in a nightclub in Liverpool and then in Germany, and it took them hours and hours of repetition and playing before they ever become famous. And this was the way they got there. It is also true in sports that if you're going to get really good at sports, whether it be running or throwing, whatever it may be, it's only through repetition that you get better. Secondly, repetition builds habits. Repeat experiences lead to progress. As you repeat something over and over again, it becomes ingrained in your subconscious, allowing you to act it out without any conscious effort. You know, I see some people, they can sing, and they just make it so easy. I saw a young girl singing the other night in church, and she's singing away, and it just was so natural and so easy for her. And all I can say is because she's been singing her whole life. And that's the power of repetition. It builds great habits and can bring progress into your life. This is why you play a new instrument or speak a new language over and over again. The only way to excel is through repetition and build good habits. Number three, the comfort of familiarity. Familiarity is a basic source of psychological and social stability. The mere exposure effect suggests that familiarity leads to liking. We like things we're familiar with. I know working in aged care homes, one of the things the elderly people like is to listen to the music they used to listen to. So you can imagine 10 years from now when it's filled with baby boomers, it's all going to be the 1970s music, because it's familiar. And there's something about familiarity. We like the comfort of that. And that only happens through repetition. Number four, repetition also helps us see the world with fresh eyes. And this is the final point. You are far more likely to enjoy something the second time around than you think. And many times, normally, we miss a substantial part of every new experience. You know, one thing I like about walking in the park is every day it's different. I pick up things I didn't see before. I see animals I haven't seen before, smells and scents I had before. And it all happens because every day through repetition, I get out of bed, I discipline myself, and I do that walk. So to sum this all up very quickly, repetition is what we tell ourselves growing up that no matter what you do, just keep practicing, keep trying, keep learning. I live by a rule, and that rule is just keep showing up, keep turning up, and when you don't know what to do, keep doing what you know to do. Have a great new year. Thanks for listening. Share this with someone. Hit the like button. Fantastic.